Welcome to Leader Lifestyle Hub. As we have set the target of completing 200 book summaries in the entire year, here comes the book number 156. The name of the book that we have today is The Road Less Traveled, written by M. Scott Peck. Without any delay, let us start the target audience and the top 3 lessons from this book. The first target audience of this book is the 17-year-old who returns home every day to a hostile household, the 29-year-old single who can't explain why none of her relationships last, and anyone who is very religious or agnostic. Any kind of people, they can read about this. But what the book contains, let us see the small synopsis. The Road Less Traveled is a spiritual classic combining scientific and religious views to help you grow by confronting and solving your problems through discipline, love, and grace. I love this powerful quotation from the author. Let us repeat the quotation. Until you value yourself, you won't value your time. Until you value your time, you will not do anything with it. So let me repeat it again. Until you value yourself, you won't value your time. Until you value your time, you will not do anything with it. One thing that is becoming abundantly clear to me after I finished Ryan Holiday's latest book is that creating a piece of work that stands the test of time is no easy task. Especially when you think beyond the trend wave, any new release rides, maybe even beyond your own life. The Lindy effect is a good test. If a non-perishable thing like a technology, a movie, or a book has been around for 20 years, we can expect it to last another 20 years more. Like the Think and Grow Rich, like that type of things. The Road Less Traveled strikes a great balance between science and religion, declaring neither superior to the other, which is likely a big part of its allure. Besides discipline, love, and spirituality, Peck also describes grace as a mysterious force of positive growth in our lives. It universally adds serendipity in ways we can't quite explain and thus comes as close to a miracle as it gets. A good read for everyone who leans heavily towards either side of the science or religion's spectrum. If this theory holds up, then this book will sell well until at least 2058. This was published in 1978 by the little-known American psychiatrist M. Scott Peck. This evergreen's 40th birthday is fast approaching. Until now, it is sold a staggering 10 million copies in the rare days. Using his experience from the counseling many clients throughout his career, he lays out a beautiful recipe for a fulfilled life that's based on self-discipline, love, spirituality, and a mysterious force we call as grace. Mastering these is essential to maintain personal growth, which in turn is key to a happy existence. Let us see the top 3 lessons without any delay. Stay open to change your perspective of reality at any moment. So whatever your perspective, stay open to change it for any moment. The second important lesson is the action of loving is much more important than the feeling, which is fleeting. Action of love is important than feeling. And the third important lesson that we can grab from here is we are all religious because religion is nothing more than a distinct perception of the world. Let us see in detail of the lessons. What better way to do that than to take that road less traveled? Let us go. Always be willing to update your view of the world. Most of your decisions to be dishonest originate from irrational thinking. When we lie, consciously or not, we have often just fallen prey to so-called cognitive biases like the backfire effect, survivorship bias, or irrational escalation. It's easy to raise a finger and say, always be honest. A lot of gurus do that. That's why I like the word Peck uses, a dedication to truth. He does not emphasize being honest so much, as that is often out of our control. What matters, he suggests, is that we remain open to being wrong. Whatever things happen, be open. How willing are you to change your opinion at a moment's notice? It's hard. This is the hard. It takes a lot of humility. How willing are you to change your opinion? Sometimes, even when we are presented with an opportunity to get a better understanding of reality, like facts that prove we are wrong, we still can't change our mind. Worse, we might even reaffirm our rusty and false beliefs. This is the backfire effect in action. You don't have to cheer when you learn you are on the wrong track. But if you can pause and entertain the idea of a new opinion at any time, you are already closer to the truth than most people. So always be open and be willing to update your view of your world. Let us see the lesson number 2. Love is an action, not of a feeling. One of Sigmund Freud's many contributions to the field of psychology was the idea of catharsis. It's defined as the investment of emotional energy into an object or a person, often to an extent that is unhealthy. Think of it like a romantic obsession or overdose of sexual desire. Peck says catharsis happens when we intently focus on the falling in love aspect of a relationship that often happens early on. As a consequence, our life and our love might burn with a bright flame, but soon fizzle into sparks before extinguishing altogether, like a Diwali cracker. To prevent this, he suggests we think of love as an action, not a feeling. If our love is genuine, it won't require a lot of feelings at all, since it is much bigger than the catharsis. Let us take an example. In a well-functioning marriage, both partners continue to choose their spouse because they made a commitment to support that person and strive towards their goal together. Even if they disagree and occasionally get angry at each other, they don't get swayed by those passing feelings. In this sense, showing your love is as simple as giving your attention, listening, and helping your partner reach their goals. No crazy feelings needed. This is similar to the distinction Jonathan Haidt made in the book The Happiness Hypothesis between passionate and compassionate love. So there are two types of love. One is passionate and the second one is companionate love. Without the latter, no relation can last long. Let us see the last lesson. Religion is a just way of viewing the world, which means we all have one religion. Means everyone in this world have one religion. It is not about what type of culture you follow. It is all about how you view the world. We mostly view religion as a set of strict rules and traditional rituals that a certain group follows in order to worship a deity or a multiple deities. Peck begs to differ. He says we need to expand our definition of religion and uses it synonymously with worldview, how you view the world. Our perspective of life is mostly shaped by our education in school and at home, as well as the family environment we grow up in. Let us take another example. One of the Peck's client was brought up by extremely conservative, devout, and physically abusive parents. As a result, he thought that world was an evil place, trying to punish him for every mistake he made. His religion was, everyone is out to get me, so I must play by the rules. This was the view of the person who feel that this is the religion. Notice how there is no God involved in this. there is no God involved in this, but he made his mindset to follow by rules. What can we do to improve our religion then? This goes back to the first lesson: be open to the change. Peck says that taking a scientist's approach allows us to continue exploring and questioning the world around us, so we can constantly improve our opinions and the view of the world. So let us repeat the three lessons. Always be open and be willing to update your view of the world. And the second thing is, love is an action, not a feeling. So falling in love is always all about, not about showing the crazy feelings. It is all about giving attention, listening, and helping. So these are the things which can help you to become a companionate rather than passionate love. And the third one is, religion is all about how you view your world. So you might have your own perspective, you might have your own view. Just work out on your view to the world and be open to change. That's how from the book summary that we can take the road less traveled, where we can say that it is a scientific and religious views of the viewing the world. And let me repeat the quotation again: until you value yourself, you won't value your time. Until you value your time, you will not do anything about it. See you in another book summary. Until then, stay connected, keep progressing, and share